What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As always, I'm your co-host Donovan Quick, and today we're going to be talking about the expectations for Jonnu Smith for the upcoming season. But first, we're going to address a little bit about what he said on the Dive Bar podcast this past week, and man, it was spicy. You know, he took some shots at Buffalo, and kind of rightfully so. It was a little out of the blue, but it was rightfully so, you know. So there's talking about how great Miami is, how great of a fit it is, the environment, the city, the state of Florida, just being here is fantastic for him, and just the environment, the fans, the life, it's beautiful down here. That's why a lot of NFL players live down here in the off season. And then he goes on to say, haters are gonna hate, like Buffalo, like what's up there in Buffalo? They're known for their wings, and their wings ain't even that good. They ain't even all that. There's nothing there up in Buffalo besides football, and the cold weather is ass. The weather up there with the Great Lakes, it's just not good. It's not anywhere like beautiful sunny South Florida. And so what he said was taken a little bit out of context, but it was also like we don't like Buffalo. We going after Buffalo this season. And I love it. I love the attitude of, who you need to beat. Who that big bully in the yard is, and you need to go and, put him in his place. And that's what Jonnu, like, that energy that he's bringing. And that being said, like, who are we going to be? Like, what is his expectations on the Dolphins this upcoming season? Well, we know last season we didn't really throw that many touchdowns. We had all the yards, we had the scoring, I think over 30 points per game, or just around 30 points per game last season. But what we were really missing was in the red zone, we were kind of one-dimensional. We had a lot of rushing touchdowns, a lot of touchdowns to the running backs as a whole. Over 30 touchdowns to the running backs, which we didn't even get there with passing. So, that being said, we need to be able to pass the ball down there. And with our smaller receiving core, that's a little bit, difficult. But that's what Jonnu Smith specialized in when he was in Tennessee. He was versatile last year with Atlanta. And this is a guy that his specialty on this team is going to be that go-to guy in the red zone, that go-to guy, like when you're in a third and short and you need to, like a 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5 situation, and you need to just throw it up to someone. He's the one that can go up and make that jump ball catch. He's the one with his big frame, his big body, his great catching ability and he got a little bit of that toe drag swag as well for a tight end. He's that guy that I expect. Now, I don't think his numbers are going to jump off the screen. I expect him to somewhere around 500, 600 yards max. And I mean, like, max. I expect it, minimum around 300, 400 yards. But, if he goes over 600 yards, I'll be shocked, right? And I expect him to be somewhere around 6 to 10 touchdowns, anywhere between there, I'll be happy. If he's below 6 touchdowns, it's going to be got to go. Because that's what you're here for. You're here to bring that extra element to this team that, because Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, they're not big guys. They're separators, but there's only so much you can do when they have a stacked, they know what you're doing. Like, they're going to stop the run, but then they're going to throw everybody else in zone coverage in the end zone, and you're just stalled. It's going to be tight window throws, which Tua can make those tight window throws, but you need someone that's going to be able to hold on to those really difficult balls to grab and pause. And that's what Jonnu can do. He has great hands. He can sit there sticky, catch the ball, and just hold it down. And even then, we saw him on a little bit of jet sweeps last year with Atlanta, running the ball a few times. That, and once again, another element to this offense. So I don't think that on paper his numbers are going to jump out to us. But the one thing I'm going to be looking for is his touchdowns, is his red zone production. And if he doesn't have that red zone production, I'm going to call this signing a failure. But I do have a good faith in Mike McDaniel, in Jonnu Smith, because I'm just going to forget the Patriot years, because that Patriot years, that offense as a whole was awful. And he was also the second tight end to Hunter Henry. So I'm going to kind of look at the Atlanta year where he was the second tight end but still boasted, you know, really good numbers. And then the Tennessee years where he was fantastic enough to earn himself a great contract with the Patriots. So him coming down to South Florida, I think it's going to be a good thing. And, you know, he has the physicality too, where he has the finesse and the physicality, mostly the physicality, which, you know, we lack a little bit on offense. We're a lot of speed and finesse, which I think Jacob talked about in a previous video. So he also brings that, you know, once again, another element, the physicality to this offense. And I really like that. So I think we're going to be doing pretty good here with Jonnu Smith, and that's my expectations for him. And hopefully he goes and shows out against Buffalo. We'll see. Deuces.